I've been doing Amazon for 2.5 years now, and I've seen people go ahead and start this business and go scale to multiple six figures in profit. And I've also seen people come into this business model and 6 months to a year, they haven't seen any success. So in this video, I'm gonna be showing you guys the exact steps and methods that I use to scale my business to multiple six figures in profit and also help other people to start and scale their Amazon business. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay guys, so this is everything that you guys are gonna need to be successful in 2025 online arbitrage. You guys are sick and tired of getting outdated information. We all know that Amazon FBA is changing constantly every month, every year. We have to be able to adjust to succeed, and this is updated information on how you can scale your online arbitrage business in 2025. So let's go ahead and get into it, right? I'm not gonna do any fluff, right? If you wanna succeed, this is the success formula over here, right? Especially as a beginner. The success formula to becoming a profitable Amazon seller is sell auto ungated brands that you don't need approval, the brands that you don't need to get ungated for. Start reverse sourcing because you don't need to learn an insane skill set. All you need to do is find a product that people are already selling. You could just look at a random guy's Instagram or something. Some of these guys post products, right? And then what you can do after that is reverse source those sellers and try to find the products that they're selling, because we know if they're selling it, it's probably profitable, and try to find at the price that they're getting it at. After that, if you still can't find it, you're probably gonna have to learn how to discount stack. Building your margins is super important. I'm gonna teach you guys some steps and methods that I use personally and that my students use to scale our Amazon business and actually make more profit per item. Next is community support. Having like-minded people around you going through the same issues as you is gonna be so important. And none of this information matters if you don't start today. Close YouTube. After you watch this YouTube video, I'm gonna give you all the sauce that you guys need, every information and details that you need to make your first dollars next week. Open SellerAmp, get Keepa, and start sourcing today. The goal for the end of this video, get your notes, get your paper down. I want you guys to have enough information to where you guys can start. That's my job. Your job is, after this video, take action on this information. So we both making commitments to each other. We gotta make this happen. All right, let's go. So the first thing we're gonna do when we're reverse sourcing, right? Find what successful sellers are already selling. So Athletic Works, Stafford, Cuddle does these brands. We know that we can sell these brands. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go on these listings and we're gonna find if there's third-party sellers on this listing. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have this listing over here. It's women's leggings. And as you can see, so over here we have this Equate Sugar-Free. This is a private label brand from Walmart. So Amazon cannot get on this listing. We know it's auto one gate, right? We could get on a listing like this. We could go on SellerAmp and then we could analyze this product on SellerAmp. We could look at all these sellers that are on here. So these sellers, we want sellers that have 0 to 50 reviews because they're newer sellers, right? So if there's newer sellers on this listing, that means we could get on this product. So over here, right? I don't see any new sellers on this listing. Probably can't get, like, this guy's 56, right? We could probably get on this guy's listings, right? 56, it's okay. It's past 50, but we can still get on this listing. We have this Fujim Instant Max. Let's see if we could find more stuff on this listing. I know this product over here because I've sold this product before. I know this product is auto one gate. Go to Melinda's. Then we go SellerAmp over here. We're probably late to this product over here, right? But I just want to see if we could find newer sellers on this listing. Okay, so we have this guy's storefront over here. He only has 12 reviews, and we know that these products, most of these products are going to be auto ungate over here. We'd go to these products over here and we would just source them and see if we get these at a profitable enough price. That's how we would find third-party sellers. Now we would learn how to apply discount methods. So we'll stack coupons, we'll stack gift counts, we'll stack cashback, right? So the best place to get cashback is Rakuten, right? Sometimes they have 10%, 15%, which is genuinely insane. And this is all stuff that we can add to our margins over here, right? Sometimes they have 15% when it's like Memorial Day, like 20% cashback over here. My next favorite website is Card Bear over here. You have 1%, 7%. Like if you find something at Petco, you get 13% off margin right there. So let's just say it's you and another seller on a listing. He has a product that's selling for $10 and you have a product that's selling for $10. You could buy it with a discounted gift card for 13% off and you would get a way better margin on that, which will give you a better buy cost on that listing, which will help you get more sales because you have a better buy cost than him. He might think you're tanking down the price to win the buy box, but you have a better price. You're making more than him and you're getting more sales. That's why manufacturing your margin is just so important. So we could talk about sourcing, we could talk about everything, right? But if you're not taking action on any of this information, it just genuinely doesn't matter. So first thing we're gonna do, SellerAmp 2-week free trial. I have the link in my bio. We're gonna get Keepa as soon as possible. Keepa is our product research. That is gonna help us look at how much it sells, how much the product is selling for, how many times it sells a month, and how many people are actually on the listing. Once we have that information, we're gonna be way more confident when we're getting on listings to see if we're actually gonna be able to get sales or if Amazon's taking 100% of the buy box. It's just gonna give us way more confidence. It's gonna help us us not lose money. I always tell my students, I always tell people, you know how to read a Keepa chart, you won't really lose money on Amazon FBA. There's some rare like 2 to 3% chances where it's just big seller. Amazon will restock on the listing and you just have to liquidate. Most of the times, if you learn how to use Keepa, you'll never lose money. Take action on the information that we're actually giving you. A method that I used when I was starting out, right? A good point that I want to talk about with you guys right now is going very wide on items, right? Let's just say you have a winner, you have something that's going good for you, and you think the numbers look good and everything, especially as a beginner when you don't know how to read a Keepa chart, you haven't had proof of concept before, you haven't invested any money in, I wouldn't advise you to go deep on it. I would advise you to start test buying a lot of different items. I would rather you go get 10 different units of 10 different products than just get 100 units of one product, especially if you have no experience into the game right now. So scale successful products, right? Restock proven winners. This is where we're building a catalog of items that we're just replenishing, right? So this is where it gets very easy. Once you find an item, it's like you're investing into that product. You could just keep replenishing and keep making money every single month. The next thing I want to talk about with you guys is our winning product checklist, right? Having a winning product checklist is super important. My criteria for this item is 30% ROI, $3 profit minimum, 30 plus sales per month. The BSR has to be under 200K, and we want to go in the Keepa chart and we want to make sure that on the line, the actual brand, let's just say we have this McCafe coffee over here and I'm selling a McCafe coffee listing, right? I don't want to look at the Keepa chart. I don't want to look at the sellers and see that McCafe is actually on the listing, because you're never going to have a better price than the brand because they're the brand owners. They made the product. You can't compete with the brand. You can try to work with them. You can reach out to them, become an authorized seller. That's a whole nother video. If you guys want me to make a video on that, I can. But as a beginner, can't compete with McCafe. Another red flag is Amazon dominates over 70% of the buy box. 100% do not get on that listing, because Amazon probably has a brand direct with them, or Amazon probably has like 1,000 in stock, and you probably won't get any buy box rotation. You won't get any sales on that listing, right? Another one I want to talk about is the IP complaint. Let me just show you guys what an IP complaint looks like. So this is exactly what an IP complaint looks like. There'll just be a lot of sellers on this listing. You just keep going, and then boom, it just automatically, all the sellers just get kicked off the listing. This is something that we want to avoid. If you're over here, sometimes the people get kicked off and the more people will get on, I would still avoid that listing, right? If there's a big drop off in sellers and you know Amazon hasn't gone on listing or anything like that, get off. That's the brand kicking you off the listing. So intellectual property, I would not get on that listing. So that's why reading a Keepa chart is just so important. At the end of the day, none of this information matters if you don't actually put inputs and you don't take action on the information, right? I don't want to I can make hours of content of just Amazon going deep into all the information, everything, how to get a virtual assistant, how to leverage credit, how to use Keepa product finder. But guys, as a beginner, you're probably a beginner watching this, or you're trying to learn more and you're in a rut. That information is not going to help you. At the end of the day, taking action and putting in inputs in every single day and staying consistent and getting 1% better, that is going to give you the highest return on your investment, taking action. So that's the most important thing. I don't want to overload you guys with information. I don't want to overload you guys with information. Make sure you guys implement what I actually taught you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. If you guys want to work with me one-on-one to see how we could start or scale your business and join Two Nice Profits, one of the best Amazon FBA communities out there, I'm going to drop a link down in the bio to book a one-on-one strategy call with us. Hopefully you guys got some value. I'll see you guys in the next one.